All right, now we are going to do day 18, which is right here. Wait, right? Yeah. These are tough to open right now. Oh, love it. Look at that, the skeleton. We're gonna put him up near the top, near 0. If I can. Here we go. So today's craft project, we are going to take a 12 by 12 paper and turn it into these cute little notebooks. Little carry with me notepads, journals, whatever you want to call them, and perfect for the purse and this size. So you're going to need a cutter, a 12 by 12 paper pad. You can staple these, but I'm hand doing them because my staples are gone. Yeah. And stuff to decorate the top and paper for the inside. And a scoreboard if you have one. If you don't, you can use your cutter. So to start, everything's going to be cut 6. You know, I'm going to trim this off. This is from CEI, and I don't know if they're still in business. I bought this years ago. But if they are, man, they have some pretty beautiful papers. But I just don't know if they're still in business. Okay, so we are going to cut it at 6 inches. And then cut it again at 6 inches. So we will have 4 6-inch pieces. Pretty simple. So this is how we get our long one, because this is 3 by 6. So I'm going to cut one more and show you how I get the 3 by 3. So all I do now is, so see how the paper is directional. You have it this way or this way. You want to cut it on the side. So I think it's vertical. And then cut to 3. Okay. And then you're just going to score at 3 inches. So if you do not have a scoreboard, no big deal. Like, seriously. If you don't have the money, don't go buy it, you know, and you still want to do this project and you have a cutting tool. And all you do is, actually, I'm going to flip this over because this is going to be our outside. So you want the inside up, and you are going to just score along actually, I was doing it the right way. Anyways, because you fold towards the up. So let's switch it over and get that scored that way. Okay, there we go. Very easy. If you have a score pal or scoreboard or whatever. Now, I know I score this weird. Most people go like this. My brain does not work that way. Yay for my crazy brain, right? So, you're going to go to 3 and I do 2 down. And you just do 3. So I picked this lighter. I mean, I have some that are very vibrant color paper, which is great. I picked this plainer one so we could decorate it a little bit better. Okay. So I'm cutting this part off. This is perfect to use all your extra paper for, or your lined paper. And I am not cutting it right at 6. I am cutting it at 5 3/4. That way when you fold it, you don't have that extra paper sticking out. So we are going to cut that. And then I cut at 6 because that's the height of our paper. How weird. Why is it this paper should not be uneven? That should fix the problem. So we want it right at 6. Yep, there we go. And that is our paper for our 3 by 6. And then for our 3 by 3, we cut it at 3 inches. So I already have some already pre-cut. I have 15 sheets in here. You can do 10, you can do 12, whatever. Doesn't matter, your choice. So I'm going to set those aside. So I like my lined, one of the reasons why I like lined paper is because I fold this part in and I use these lines to decide where I'm going to poke my holes. So take whatever type of bone folder, back of scissors, whatever you want, fold this down. And you're going to take this, fold it right on that score line. Makes it so much easier. And here we go. And then what I like to do is use these little clips. Oh, here they are. Look at my... Okay, I like to use these little clips. Or you can use big clips. Doesn't matter. So I just make sure that the top and the bottom are good. And because we cut that 1/2 inch, that 1/4 inch in, you're going to be great. Okay, so these are so small. I literally just go one, the other, and call it done. So with the 12 by 12, so what you want to do, because it's such a difference. Okay, there we go. I have it right. You cut this up, fold it. You want the, you know, there we go. And here we go. How fun is that? And then we're going to take this and fold and score. And put this in here. Oops. Okay. Now, if you want to add a little pockets, you can. I am not. These are just quick little simple books. I don't know about you, but I tend to wish I had something quick to write on in my purse when I am out and about and get an idea or whatever. Okay, so we're going to set all this aside and we are going to now put these together. Okay, here we go. I have everything right there. So the way that I measure these is I go just, and you know, when it comes to a bigger one, we're only doing 2 punches because of the size. I mean, this one could definitely make use of 3, but I'm just doing 2 on both of them. So I only go and cut 2 widths of the length. I don't need 3 because I'm not doing 3 punches. Granted, that's not the rule of thumb. Every punch, that's how long many things you take. It's just because I do 4 punches and still only do 3 widths when I do my 4. So we're going to do the little one first. Let's thread this needle. fine. There's not a whole lot in there, you know, so it's very small. So it really, I don't really see the need of doing 3. If you want to do 3, do 3. Go for it. Now for this bigger one, they're not so close. So what I do is I go in a little bit and poke my hole. And then I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go over one more. And as I look at this, I'm like, oh wait, those are a little bit, I should have went down a little bit more because it's a big gap between up here and down there. So I'm just gonna go over a little bit more. No big deal. You know, it is what it is. And gosh, this is like a little harder poking that through. Okay, now the same rules apply. You don't have as much thread as you normally would, so hold that thread and then go through this. There we go. All right. So if you want to leave these in, leave them in. This is a little bigger of one, so I am leaving it in. I'm making sure that's really taut. Keeping my finger on there, and I am wrapping this around twice. Just because you don't have to. Once is just fine. So what I do is I'm pulling that tight, putting my finger back down, and pulling this tight, and then there we go. And we have our little journal. How fun is that? Okay, so next we're just gonna decorate these. And I am gonna literally put these in my, you can put books on there to try and keep them flat if you want them flatter. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna bring in some stickers. These stickers are from this set that I got years ago. I'm gonna grab some old book pages, and I have this music sheet, but I might pull in some of this. This is a little bit more antique-y pages that I like. So let's find a music sheet, which is more inward, I think. Oh, maybe this is all. Oh, this, yep, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, I've been ripping out of it already. Okay, so we're gonna rip 1 and 2 so we can get some words just cause. All right, there we go. Let's decorate. And we have some Tim Holtz Christmas squares. So if you want a little flat surface to decorate on, just clip that. I don't care, so I am not going to bother with that. And I'm going to put my needle over here so it will. So what I do first is basically I make a cluster. This is a little bigger, so it'll be a different. But for these little ones, I just do a cluster on there. And in fact, let's see if any of the clusters I have done the other day will work. See, these are all a little too big. You kind of need a smaller cluster. Now that might work. We'd have to rip this off. Let's put that aside. That might work. These would definitely work for the bigger one. But then again, they're too wide. That one's not. Oh, look, that might work for that. Yeah, we'll think about that. In the meantime, let's make a couple clusters for this little guy. So I think I'm just gonna rip part of this out and use a little bit of that And I might use the stickers or a Tim Holtz thing. I don't know. Okay. Like that. Now let's rip a little bit of this Christmas. This came, I don't know what Christmas pad this came from. It was loose in my craft supplies, so I don't know. Oh, we gotta have those music notes the right way. There we go. And let's see, do we want a sticker on here from here? Or oh, I think we might just throw Tim Holtz on here. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're just gonna add one of these guys on here. You can totally add lace or ribbon, whatever. Oh, look, we are so doing that bird. Okay, so I'm going to grungy this up a little bit. There is that. And you know what? Let's just do it and use part of this paper as the back. There we go. That works. This is already kind of grungy, but we're just going to get these corners. Oh, excuse me. Got my drink. I'm good now. So I'm taking my Berry Art glue. I fixed the tip. So if you guys ever have clog in these, even with your whatever type of glue you use, if it's water soluble, you just take that off. Let this soak in hot water. And then what I did was just peel that off. Works so good. Okay. And let's glue that in. There we go. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here to hold that down. And here's my glue rag, and here we go. There's that one. How cute is that? Now, if you want to put little charms on here, I'd probably put that a little longer, but I ain't gonna bother. All right. Now let's go on to this. I think let's rip some of this old book page. We're just going to put that straight down there as a here we go. And then I think what we're going to do for this is I had a longer, yeah, right here. There we go. We are going to add this down. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here to glue that down a little bit better. And I'm going to glue this entire back. that just ripped right off. Oh well. Let's just take that all the way off then. Here we go. Okay, now I'm looking at these edges and I'm just gonna glue the edges and then we're good and done. So these were really easy, really fast. If you need a quick stocking stuffer or a gift at a party, what fun. Make a little handheld journal or notebook so they can write stuff, ideas. Good. I hope you learned a lot. Please think of subscribing and liking and stay tuned for day 3. This is day 2. So stay tuned for day 3. Bye. You guys are awesome.